What's going on, everybody? Ricky Robinson with 2xR Media, back again with another video. In this video, I'm trying to find my perfect talking head lens. I have 3 third-party lenses and I have about 3 first-party lenses, but I'm only going to try 2 of the first-party lenses. So I'm going to try the 16mm f2.8 and the 18-55 kit lens, all at its widest aperture, all at its widest focal length. I'm also going to be trying the Tamron 17-70 and the Viltrox 13mm f1.4. Now, this is at f1.4. Some of those lenses are going to be, the exposure is going to be a little bit different. Hopefully I can get it dialed in and perfected. But we got the Tamron 17-70. You got the Viltrox 13mm. You have the kit lens, the 18-55, which a lot of people love. I loved in the beginning when I first got my XS10 2 years ago, because it opens all the way up to f2.8 at the widest aperture. And the 16mm f2.8, the tiny lens. Which lens is going to be good for autofocus? How's the autofocus handling? How's this handling the autofocus? Looks pretty quick to me. Looks like it's stuck on my eye, not even moving. But I'll see in post when I check this out. Let's change to the 18-55 kit lens to see how that looks. And then we'll go from there. Now this is on the 18-55 kit lens at f2.8 at 18mm. I did have to adjust my key light to make up for the lack of light in the f2.8 versus the f1.4. So that's something you're gonna have to think about when you're looking at these lenses. Of course, light's gonna make a difference. So this is at f2.8, the 18-55. I just took off the Sigma. This is the Sigma 56mm, just to test the autofocus. So that's the 16mm. Now it's back on my eye. How's the autofocus doing? Hopefully it's pretty good. It's pretty quiet. It's pretty close. I can almost reach out and touch it. Hello out there. So now, this is first party. One of the best kit lenses, in my opinion, out there, because I don't see a lot of kit lenses going to f2.8. It doesn't even go that high, so that's pretty good. f4 on a kit lens, 18-55, nice zoom range. I think it's pretty cool. I think it works pretty good. This was my first lens that I ever bought. Now I'm going to switch to the Tamron 17-70. So I'm going to switch to the Tamron 17-70. So now this is on the Tamron 17-70 f2.8. This is at 17mm f2.8. How does this look? You're probably going to see a little bit more of the scene, a little bit more of my top light, a little bit more of, you know, the area. It's a really small area. It's a really small area that I have to work with. So I'm trying to work with it the best. That's why I'm trying to find the best lens. Do I need a longer focal length? Do I need a wider focal length to make use of this space that I have? So what do you guys think about this? Here's the autofocus. How's this doing? Now I'm going to switch to the 16mm f2.8. Hopefully it's focusing on it. I think it's stuck on my eye. I love the autofocus in the X-H2s. It really gives me a bit more confidence when it comes to stuff like this. But when I'm trying to show a product, it doesn't want to show it. So I'm going to switch to this lens, the 16mm f2.8. Now this is on the 16mm f2.8 at f2.8, of course. No changing in where the camera is, no changing in exposure, no changing in anything. This is at f2.8, 16mm. Now, if you have the 16mm, you want to make it a little bit wider. I have a video for you. I'll put it in the card somewhere up top, and you can watch that video just to find out how to make your 16mm a little bit more wide, almost as wide as a 12mm. Because I compared this lens to the Samyang 12mm and the Viltrox 13mm. So let's test out the autofocus. It's on my hand, it's on my eye. Check the background, see how it's hunting, how it's jumping around. Now I'm going to switch to the Viltrox 13mm. Now this is on the Viltrox 13mm f1.4 at f1.4. Look at how much more you can see. A little bit. This is a little bit more than I would want you to see, especially being, you know, in my little area here. You know, I don't really want you to care for you guys to see all the books and stuff on the shelf. You're almost seeing my mount for my top light. You're seeing a lot more of that light bar. You're seeing a lot more stuff in this shot. But if you're in a smaller space and you need to give that illusion, or you don't have enough space to put your camera back, this may be the best option for you. That's my thinking going into it. That's why I got it. Now, of course, it might get a little distorted. How's the autofocus too? Let's check the autofocus. This was my favorite lens and it lived on my cameras just about all the time until I got the Tamron 17-70. I know I talk a lot about this lens. If I can focus on it. I know I talk a lot about the Tamron 17-70, but I love the constant aperture. I love the way this lens looks. I love that it has a bit of a focal range from 17 to 70. It's the furthest focal range that I have, and it's at a constant f2.8. I like that for having my shutter speed higher for photos. I like it just about in most scenarios. This lens is on my camera, but if I need a wider shot, then this is on my camera, this 13mm Viltrox lens. What do you guys think? How does it look? Color representation, everything. How does this lens look? What do you guys think? Out of the lenses that I tried, which one is the best to you? Now, I will say again, for me, I think I'm gonna go with this lens just because it has the f1.4. I don't have to push my lights too much. I can, you know, raise my shutter to ridiculous amounts. Now, it is gonna give you some distortion because it is a 13mm lens. So it's a wide angle lens. This is about a 20mm equivalent on a full frame camera. So that's pretty wide. So I don't know if that's the width that you want to go with. I don't know if that's the look that you want to go with, but I like the way this lens looks. I like that it's a fast aperture. So in my perfect world, this will be the lens. Thank you for clicking on the video. Thank you for watching the video. I appreciate every single one of you. If you got something out of this video, if you got a little bit entertained, anything from this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and a like would be greatly appreciated. Leave a comment down below saying what's up, saying this is a great test or this test is nonsense. Whatever you want to say, I'm fine with it. I have no problem debating in my comment section, nicely, of course, and respectfully, if you want to leave something down below. And if you like this kind of content, again, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. My name is Ricky with 2 Times R Media. Peace.